Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, before I go on to this video guys, I want to appreciate every one of you. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, yay! And I'm so excited. Yes, though this YouTube is a lot of work anyways, lot of work, lot of commitment, and I'm happy. I want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed to my channel. God bless you all. So guys, I made bitterleaf soup. Ofo nugbo. Yes. This soup is from the eastern part of Nigeria, and I used cocoyam and banga maize, which is banga sauce, if you want to put that way, to prepare this soup. Okay, so this is the bitter leaf. So what you need to do is when you get to the market, you tell them you want to buy the type of bitter leaf they use to prepare bitter leaf soup. Sometimes they call it Anambra bitter leaf or whatever. Just tell them you need the type of bitter leaf. Is quite different from the one that you use for normal soup. It's quite different. It's longer and it has these sticks on it. So it's quite different. So ask for that one specifically for the soup, the bitter leaf for onugbo. All right, I'm just showing you what I want to use to prepare this soup. I just showed you from the beginning of the video. I showed you the catfish. That catfish was is already washed, and I kept it in the deep freezer for some time. So whenever I want to cook, I just take the quantity that I need. I'm a catfish farmer. So I have these things at home. Whenever I want to cook, I just take the quantity I need, then I just go on. So I use one catfish for this bitter leaf soup. I don't want to use dry one. I also use cocoyam. The cocoyam, what I do for my cocoyam is that I boil them, then blend it and keep in the deep freezer. And whenever I want to cook, I just pick one and it's as good as you just made it at that time. So this is the catfish. You can see it here. What I'm going to do is to parboil the catfish. Also, my banga, fresh banga, has been squeezed, and I'm going to use the water from the banga to make this yummy, delicious soup. So I'm not using palm oil, but I'm using the banga freshly squeezed water from the banga to prepare this soup. So the first thing I'm going to do is to parboil the fish, the catfish. I'm going to put it on fire, allow it to boil, then I'm going to take it out. The reason why I'm removing it and setting it aside is because I don't want it to scatter. I don't want it to, like, when you put it inside the soup for the very first time, before the soup is ready, the fish must have been scattered, and I don't want it that way. I still want my fish to be solid. Yes. So that is what I did. I also added snail. I added cow leg to eat, just small portion. So you can see that the sauce, the water I used in parboiling the fish, is what I added the snail and the cow leg inside. I like to boil for some time. Okay, so this soup, the Igbos enjoy this soup so much. It's one of their delicacy. They have other type of soup. They have the ofe onugbo, they have the ofe were, they have oha soup, they have okazi soup. They have a lot of soup. And me, I'm from Delta Igbo. I'm from Delta State anyway, but I also enjoy eating their food. And so I added some part of the fresh pepper. I blended this fresh pepper with some onion, little onion. So I added some part of it, and I added my crayfish. I didn't add all the fresh pepper at first because I'm going to use the other portion when the soup is almost ready. It kind of gives the soup one kind of that fresh pepper flavor. You know what I mean. So guys, the pepper is in there, the crayfish is in there, so I allow it to boil for some time before I added the banga sauce. You can see that this banga sauce is from the deep freezer. I prepared and kept it because I planned making the soup, and after some time this is going to come out. You can see it already. If you're in the kitchen, The aroma is all over the place. And there's one good thing about it. This is my cocoyam mixture that I kept in a deep freezer. So it's what I'm going to use. One good thing about using banga soup for this banga sauce, or what, how do I call it? Banga liquid. Okay, let's do it that way. Okay, for this kind of soup is that it gives it this natural taste. This, when the taste is something else, is quite different from when you use just palm oil to prepare it. So after I put the cocoyam, I covered it and allow it to boil. This will allow the cocoyam to mix very well and melt inside the soup. So the cocoyam is a thickener. It's a thickener. So you can see the soup is getting thick, 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 thick. It's getting thick. So by this time, you have to test for salt, test for Maggi, test if everything is just like okay. You can see I'm adding Maggi to it right now. At first, I didn't add Maggi, so I'm adding Maggi to it, and the light boil everywhere, just smelling nice. So you have to turn and cover it for some time. But at this point, if it's not as thick as the way you want it, you can add achi. You can add achi to it. Achi is also a type of thickener, or you can add ofo to it. But me, I use achi. I don't use ofo normally. I prefer achi. So you can add it to make it very thick, but I don't really like that very, 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 very thick soup. No, 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 it's not for me. So the last thing to add, second to last thing to add, is your bitter leaf. You have to wash it well, and you have to make sure there's no sand in it. You don't want to be eating your soup and you are biting sand, you are eating sand, it does not make your food enjoyable. So that is it. You can see how it's coming out. Guys, this soup is everything. I'm not saying it because I'm the one that made the soup. So at this point, you can add your catfish, so the soup can, the taste of the soup can enter, enter inside the fish very well. And when you are eating it, oh my God, it's something else. So you put your catfish. I'm trying to remove the tail because it's of no use. You can't eat it. It's just boom, boom, boom. So I put the fish, cover it, allow it to boil for some time, so the soup can enter the fish very well. You can see now I'm adding my fresh pepper again, and this will give it one special flavor. Yes, very nice flavor. Okay, I added more crayfish because I love crayfish in my soup. But if you don't want to add, it's also fine. If you want to add everything from the beginning, it's also fine. But I just decided to add more crayfish to my soup. Okay, guys, so you can see already. The other pot is for my pando, because we use pando to like hammer this soup very well. But if you have fufu is actually the best type of soup best type of swallow that you can use for this soup. Yes, fufu, oh my God, even the aroma of fufu with this soup, my people that eat ofe onugbu, they understand what I'm saying. Okay, another good thing about this soup is that after eating it kind of clears your mouth. Like you have this feeling in your mouth after eating. When you drink water, it's very nice. You know what bitter leaf does to the mouth? That is what it does. That is what this soup can do to you. And the last thing I added was my isam or periwinkle. That is the last thing I added to it. You can add much. You can add any other thing that you want. If you have prawns, you can add prawns. You can add any kind of protein that you want to add to it. But I just want it to be like a fish soup. That's why I didn't add beef. I just added small cow leg, but the what is it called, the snail, I added more snail because we love eating snail in the house. And so that is it. And the next thing was to make my pando. So I made my pando, and everybody is always ready to eat. They are ready to eat, waiting for me to make the food so everybody can eat. And after the pando, food is ready. I also tried to give you make this soup oha soup. That's one of my favorite soup also. Bitter leaf soup, oha soup, and fisherman soup. Oh my god, these three soup are my favorite Nigerian soup. So guys, tell me what you think about this soup, and will you give it a try? If you have not tried this soup, my dear, you just have to try it. You have to try it, because if you try it, come and give me my comments, Bazin. Come and give me feedback, because you will enjoy this delicacy. So guys, that is it. And our food is ready, and that is how we swallow this yummy bitter leaf soup and pounded yam. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Saw you in a field of ice and snow, holding out your hand for me.